There we are. I guess we are. Yeah, we're live. It says live. Yay! Okay. Turn on the torch, light up the flame. Time to melt some glass, my friends. There you are. Here I am to explain, to teach, and create again. Turns out that Crazy for Glass, I sent him a link, and hopefully he'll either find it or not and join me, or it's one of those things we planned a couple of days ago, and I know things do happen. So I guess I might just have to do a solo duo, if that's possible. Hi, Amber, and hi, Tamara. It's nice to know you guys are there. Um, like I said, I just came in. I sent him a link. We talked about him turning up live here with me, but that's okay. Um, maybe there'll be another time. In the meantime, start things off. Any requests, Tamara or Amber? Say something that you'd like to see done, and I'll see what I can do about making it. Yes, I'm live. See, here's my hand. You can tell it's me. I mean, look at the messy desk. Anybody else you know who has? Yeah, never mind. Everybody else has messy desks too. I'll straighten up just slightly here for short. Oh, yeah. I got a good idea. Let's just sort of straighten up the easy way. Just move things out of the way, right? You'll have to excuse me. I'm also eating at the time. Had to come in hungry, but that's okay. I was going to try a different camera angle, but that didn't happen. A chicken? You would. I know what type of chicken you want. The one from Moana. That real long neck, bulgy eyed looking thing. But we'll see what we can do. Okay. Let's see what. Ah, how did I know that's the chicken you were talking about? Huh. I don't know. Maybe we're psychically connected? No. Just that you've seen the movie recently. That's all. There we go. Let's light up the torch. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the other oxygen concentrator. Oh, that's too close. It been in funny. Okay. Okay. Chicken. I guess there's worse things to come up and try to do. Well, that's a good thing, I guess, Lila. I'm glad that you were able to catch a live session too. This time I did advertise a little bit, made it a little easier. Again, if you want to be notified of when of notifications that I'm going to do on my page, go over to the subscribe button again and click on. There's a little. You click on the subscribe and click a bell that's over there by the subscribe button, and any notifications of when I'm going live, you'll find it and see it. Um, that's the best I can explain it to you that I've seen or heard at this point in time. I'm going to try. I know it's going to just darken the screen here, but and it's probably not going to work anyway because most of my duct tape ideas don't tend to turn out too well. I'm going to put a, well, that's really dirty. Dang it. That's half the problem with it. Oh, you got the notice. Cool. So you are aware of that. That's good. Is that? Yeah, that's better. I'm going to do this on the fly. I'm sorry about this, folks. But sometimes necessity is the better part of invention. Put one there and one over here. That should hold it since it's pretty light. And that'll cut down a little bit on the glare that you guys are seeing. Let's see. Yeah, the glare is still there, but which do you prefer? The darker shade with the glare or the lighter shade with the glare? Who knows? We'll get there. Okay, I'm doing a chicken. A request from my daughter. It's going to be made out of clear. I should be making it out of color, but I'm not going to. Oh, you coiled a coiled rattlesnake. How about a cobra? No, I'll do. I'll try to come up with a coiled rattlesnake after the chicken. I'll do a chicken with really bulgy eyes. How's that sound? Really thin, long neck chicken with bulgy eyes. It's not going to be that chicken, but what was the name of that chicken? Hey, hey. Lighter shade with the glare. Okay, thus it shall be. Okay, let's get back to this chicken. Chickens aren't my forte. Well, I like chicken wings and I like chicken pot pie and sesame chicken. Grew some chickens at one point in our life. That was fun. Had plenty of eggs. Learned how to eat eggs now that I don't have chickens. It costs more. Wouldn't you know it? I think this is going to turn out looking more like an ostrich than a chicken. You love chasing the chickens, Amber? We're able to eat them later. Yeah, those days were fun. I'm sorry we don't have those days at the moment. We'd have been better off, I think, living that way. But life goes on. She loved chasing them and eating them. That's my girl. Yeah, I think it's going to turn out looking more like an ostrich. Yeah, I heard about the new house. I'm hopefully that will work out and we will all be back together again. But let's cross our fingers. Let's just hope it that way. As long as it's been my patience. Crazy. What do you think? Still have to do the bulgy eyes. And then I'll put a nice big black spot on the end of the bulgy eye, huh? Actually, I've been looking into the face hugger. I have not actually done a face hugger, but I'm looking into doing it. Yes. There we go. Big bulgy eyed chicken. Actually, those eyes are a little bit too bulgy, aren't they? But that would. What was the name of that chicken? Hey, hey, or was that the pig? Okay, two big dots on the eyes, and they got to go in different directions from what I remember. Thank you for the dichro trip, Tamara is saying, or the dichro tip. Broken into a bag of scraps I had and started to play with it. I ran out of oxy. That's the way it goes. That's why I like my oxygen concentrator. You don't run out of oxygen, you run out of propane from time to time. But the propane tank lasts so much longer. I went to the oxygen concentrators and I haven't really looked back since. I may not, I could probably use at least one, if not two more oxygen concentrators on my system, or even get a tank reservoir type thing going on. But I have not done it yet. And all I do is I come in here, I switch on the machines, and they start running, which is a cool thing. In the summer, though, the 10 liter per minute. Whoops, that one got interesting. It fell off the cold well there that I had right into my hand, but luckily it didn't burn. I'm gonna put that on the tip of the. Yeah, I've got a 10 liter per minute and a 5 liter per minute on this Carlisle, and like I say, I could probably use another 10 liter or another five, and it would really make this thing rock. But I could actually kick the pressure up and get a good amount of flame that I need. I could melt a good half inch to a 2 inch marble if I wanted to with the setup I do have. It wouldn't be, fully rocking, kicking back, and really making it, you know, with fury, but I could do it. The thing I like about the Carlisle is you can go from that fine, fine little tip to the to the to to a big raging flame if you need it. Never really tried too many other torches besides that. Hi, matey. That's good. I figured that when she called you by name. Okay. And we have one funny looking chicken with bulgy eyes. And yeah, the eyes are going in funny directions. And look at there. It even stands. Wow. Oh, you can't see that. Let me move that back into to view. There it is. Stands like a son of a gun. Okay. We've had a request for a coiled rattlesnake. As long as the tail doesn't have to really rattle, I could probably do it. Um, I don't have the home fill, but I thought about it. But everything that I've heard, unless a lot of people want to take the tanks up to full heavy duty pressure, even the K size tanks. Um, I've heard that the home fills produce for a while, but then they peter out because they have to work so hard to try to fill a big K tank. So if you're happy with just filling it like half or you know one one third or one third to a half on a big K tank and then filling more tanks, you just have to switch them out a little bit quicker. But yeah, that's the one thing I heard is that they because the home fills are made to fill those little tiny um, smaller oxygen tanks um, that the that the that when it's working so hard to fill a bigger tank, that's probably what I would do is a system if I ever got the money. But what I've got right now is what I've got. I run off a fringe of a shoestring budget, if you know what I mean. One of my tax returns, I got this 10 liter per minute, and it was worth every penny that I paid for it because it has been a workhorse for me. Okay, snake. I'm thinking cobra, but I'm gonna try to do. This is gonna be interesting. We'll have to do the. There we go. Maybe. That's cobra too. Never mind. Um, I respect snakes. I don't really do too many of them. I can do a cobra pretty much, but we're gonna give this the old college try, right? And up. I'm going to do the head a little better, and I'll do the tail a little better right now. I've got an idea to make the tail look rattly. The ridges on my tweezers, I think, did a good job at giving just enough effect on that tail. And now I'll point it in another direction. Itch. And I'm almost done with the snake. Do we have another request? Anyone? Anyone? I think I'm going to try to do the snake's mouth open, and that's probably going to be a stupidity thing, but I'm going to try to do it anyway. This might work. That's interesting. Coming out quite. Oh, you know what I should have done before I did the bottom lap? It might work though. There we go. Now I gotta make the bottom lip bottom mouth a little bit smaller. Not much, but a little bit. And I think I'll give it green eyes. I didn't forget the fangs. That's what I said. All right, Graceful. I mean, my cold welds today aren't doing too good. Got to get one more eye on it, and then I'm happy. And a bunny. Come on, let somebody else choose before you get all the good toys later. You know what? Let's see if I can add one more little bit of detail to this. Turn off this tank. I mean the big oxygen concentrator for a little bit. Now, on this piece of glass right there is a little bit of silver. I'm going to try to fume this, and I don't have as much success fuming with the oxygen concentrator that I do with the oxygen tank, but we're going to give it a try, right? Here we go. Got to warm even the silver in. There it goes. And now I'm going to bathe the piece of glass. like I did the mermaid. It's coming out with a little bit of a yellow. Giving it definition. You got to sort of bathe the whole thing. That's why I'm sort of shaking it back and forth, trying to make sure I get the whole thing covered. Yeah, not a lot, but a little bit. Make a mimic octopus, which is proceeding to be a bunny. We're getting into all the cartoons here, aren't we? That was from Lila. Am I pronouncing your name right, Lila? Yeah, Laya. Sorry, not Lila. Dyslexia. I see the L at the beginning and the A at the end, and I think I've got a stepsister named Lila. Sorry, Laya. Okay. Are we talking about the octopus from Finding Dory? Is that what we're talking about? Let's get the other oxygen concentrator back online. There we go. Oh, it's an I and E Ela Ela. Oh, boy, is that a nice pronunciation. Never mind. Sorry about that. It's not working to connect. Sorry about that, crazy. Like I said, the best laid plans of mice and men. I I could try to send you the URL again if that would help on Facebook. Maybe you can still join the crowd. Let me see if I can do that real quick here. Uh, Come over here. Where am I at? Where's the mouse? It's way over there. Now here we are. Copy. Come over here. Paste and press enter. See if that don't do it. Try that link. See if that doesn't get you in there. I sent you another link on Facebook. Yeah, Crazy was supposed to join me. It's a real beast. Oh, okay. Looks exactly like a bunny, though. You can do a little octopus. How's that sound? Haven't done one of those in a little while. Sound good? Oh, yeah. Crazy and I we're going to try to do a duo type thing just to see if we could. We chatted a while and came up with the idea of trying to do this live. and I was going to go on his show, and he was going on mine, but we ended up going on mine first, and life happens that way sometimes, right? But even for some dumb reason, I've done this before with Renee, and it never came out either. So, oh well. There's one, two. That's the hard part about doing an octopus is making sure you got room for the 8 legs. There's another way of doing it. I haven't done it in a while. There's there's always another way. You just got to figure it out. One of my sayings lately has been there's 15,000 ways to skin a cat, and you only need one at the time that you're working on that cat at that time to get the job done. I know that's sort of not the best analogy in the world to skin a cat, but there's lots of ways to do the same job, but you just got to figure out how to do that job for you at that time. Whether it's a little slow this time and the next time you pick up a little bit of speed and get it better, or whatever. You just got to realize that there's a way to do it. You just got to have the determination to get through and do it. As I'm thinking, yeah, a little earlier, somebody was mentioning about the dicro tip. I'm, yeah, a long time ago, I came up with that idea, and it really, really worked for me. And I was really excited to get that sparkly glittery going on inside pendants and stuff. What do we got so far? We got 5, 3 more to go. I think we got enough room. But somehow it's one of those things that was trial and error and error and error and error and cuts and burns and more error and error. That's the way it is with glass blowing. But I had the determination. I had the persistence to realize that there is a way to do it. I just got to keep trying until I come up with something. Just like Edison and the light bulb, when he was trying to make the light bulb work, a news reporter said, "You've had 15,000 failures with that." He said, "No, I have just found 15,000 things that didn't work for the filament yet, but I will." And he did. He just kept at it until he finally got it to work for a long time. Patience, persistence always wins out. You can lose your patience, walk away, and never come back, and that's where you've lost. But when you walk away, gain your composure, and try again and again until you get it right. Another little trick I learned was when I'm really stressing out at the glass, looks like the legs got longer as I went along, but really stressing out at the glass, and I can't stop, and I've got to continue. There's sometimes I'll just sort of take a deep breath, like, and sigh out, and it really does help the stress level to go down a little bit. Take a deep breath, hold it, and then let it out. Yep, they got longer as they went along. It's like thin, thicker, big. That's just whoops. Oh boy, that's not good. Burning right through. Ah, yeah. Now we've done a chicken. We've done a snake. We've done an octopus. Okay, what does it say there? I'm below. Ilya says I'm blowing glass because I can I could be doing it wrong and nobody know that I'm doing it wrong. Wait, let me read it right off of what she says here. I love glass because no one can tell you you're doing it wrong as long as you get the job done and hard work pays off in the long run. So true. Yes. So true. Thanks for the tip on taking deep breaths. If I'm sometimes very stressed, those cracks. Yeah, it happens. You just got to keep the thing warm all the way around. And oh, you know what? I forgot to put on this snake. Not this snake, but the octopus. Some eyes. Let's put some eyes on this guy. Crazy. Are you? You're still not able to get into the room? I take it. I'm sorry. Life happens. Hey, I had the idea of doing an octopus. I did an octopus. That's I read her things backwards. I read the one in the middle and the one in the bottom, and now I'm reading the one on the top. Sorry, it's just the way my eyes go. Make its head in a jar. Yeah, now I'm reading real upwards. Okay, let's get a nice fine flame here. And we're going to put one eye right about there. It's probably not in the best of places, but it'll do. And the other eye. So that's the thing about eyes. You sort of got to do them across from each other. Did I do that? Yeah, they're pretty much across from each other. This one could be just a little bit bigger compared to the other eye. That's the hard part. It really is to put eyes like on the side of a head that they're. See, those are pretty much. I'm going to heat them both up so you can see them more clearly. One's there and one's there, and it is a hard thing to do to actually put the eyes across from each other so that they don't look so googly or kind of crazy or whatever. I'm sorry. It does. I, I I just found out that he's a dude. you, I call it Ilya. I just I that's one thing about names. Hey, don't feel bad. I'd be sitting down at my torch working and, at a craft show, have a beard and a mustache, full grown, beard and mustache, sitting there working away. Somebody comes up to the table, looks at me and says, "Oh, look what she's doing." I'm going, "Hello?" Or a night fury, please. Okay. The night fury's coming, my dear Amber, but a bunny, let's do a, wouldn't say a fluffy bunny. Let's see, do I have some white handy? Let's see here, let's see here, let's see here, let's see here. So yeah, I know that feeling, and it's like, excuse me? Another thing is that I'm not being able to hear your voice either. Howdy, Richard. Nice to see that you've joined the crowd. Uh, now, bunny, 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 bunny. White glass. There we go. It's not going to be very big, but it's going to be a bunny. It's going to be a bunny. Yeah, like I said, it happens to me all the time. It's like, hello? I guess it must be that they're looking. I don't know if you believe in the spirit realm or not, but looking at me work, and they can subconsciously see maybe my glass blowing guide on the other side or something, and that they may be female. I don't know, but it's happened more than once. And it's like, hello? Yeah, here we go. It's not going to be a very big bunny, but it's going to be a bunny. My daughter thinks she's getting all these pieces that she keeps requesting. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. She's not too far off. The worst part is getting it to her. I'm here in North Carolina and she's in Michigan, but that's okay. Oh, yeah, Easter's coming up. I'm going to have to start doing something on the Easter scale too, aren't I? Did the Christmas ornament deal, and I've done the Valentine thing. I guess that's the next step in the progression. Too bad we can't come up with an icon for Cinco de Mayo, and well, I also could probably do. Oh yeah, we got. Thanks for reminding me. You ever thought of that? St. Patty's Day. But yeah, I've got to come up probably do some shamrocks and maybe a leprechaun or two. That's the thing to do. You got to come up and do the things as they come across the timelines. And yes, I can put on an Irish accent if I want to. There's a there's a person at work. Her name is Katie, and every time I think of her, I have to put on an Irish accent for her. And I talk about how if she gets me too angry, I'll have to get out my shillelagh and give her a few whacks with it. I know. The worst part about it was she was saying, "What's a shillelagh?" For those that don't know, it's an Irish walking cane. I didn't know how to spell it the other day, and I typed it in a search engine, and sure enough, now I'm getting advertisements all over the place for canes on whatever pages I show up on. Walking canes. That's the way life is, isn't it? Okay, we're gonna give it red eyes, or it's gonna might come out more pink with the white going on here. Oops, I forgot the nose. Well, you could learn it too, you know. Amber's saying Brian has that same gift for accents that I have. It's just a matter of putting your tongue in another spot in your mouth and it comes out. Funny thing is that when Brian started coming out with the accents, about 6 or 7 years old, that's about the time that I enjoyed learning accents too. It wasn't anything I told him or anything that it was just the way it came out on him too. I started doing an English accent. Like, I said, are you feeling fine? Or are you well? Are you doing well? Something like that. I can't remember exactly. Okay. Cuteness overdose. Hey, cuteness sells. I joke sometimes people say, "Oh, they come up to say, oh, that's pretty," and I'm saying, "Oh, you want the ugly one? It's in the back. Let me go get it." But pretty sells, especially the pretty ladies. They got to have two of them sometimes. Are unicorns coming back into style? People liking unicorns again? Right at the turn of the century, right? I couldn't sell a unicorn to save my life, but it used to be one of my mainstays when I was. They're coming back in, aren't they? The tuft and the tail here. Now let's flatten that. See if it sits. Oops, it stands like that. Things I can do on short notice, right? With that, I've done a chicken, a snake, an octopus, and talked to some great people. And I am sorry that I have really screwed up your name there. Ilya? Is that the best way that you said? Uh, um, Elia? Eli? Anyway, I am. It's my dyslexia too. I'm sorry about that. No, no face hugger or face hugger eggs today, my dear. I've done enough stuff for the day. But I am. I told you I am, and I will. May take about 200 or 300 years, but I think a face hugger is in the future. Okay. Thanks for being there, people. And again, I am sorry that due to technical fugalties, which it happens all the time, and I'm not at all complaining or yelling at Crazy for Glass. We were going to try to do a duo thing, but sometimes things just don't happen. It's happened with again a couple of times that I've tried to do a couple of classes with Renee due to her internet connections or something. It didn't work out. So I'm going to call it quits at this point. I've got a few things to do before I get up and go to work today. And Elijah, it's a variety for Elijah. Okay, Elijah, something like that. I get it. And again, we have its pronunciation and also probably different uh, nationality too. But that's the way life is. Where are you located, by the way, Elijah? I almost want to call you Eli. It's probably easy to remember. But no. Anyway, Russia. That's what I thought. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to live there, right? Like I say, different nationality and the way they pronounce and spell words. It's a cool thing, and that's what makes variety is a spice of life. And we in this world have plenty of spice to choose from, and that's the greatest thing in this world. If everybody had that, acceptance instead of, oh, your name sounds different. I don't like you because your name sounds different or you're spelled different. It's like a rose still looks pretty, even though the name of the rose might, you know, a rose is a rose is a rose. Anyway, keep going. I'm getting there. Thank you for being there, people. And as always, enjoy your day. And my latest saying that I've just come up with in the last little while is carpe vitro. It's sort of like carpe diem, which means seize the day, but carpe vitro means seize the glass. So, love you, my dear daughter, Amber. Have a good night and sleep tight. And thank you, Elijah. Close enough. I know. I appreciate you guys being there. And as always, like I say, enjoy your day.